Hey everybody, hey friends, thanks for watching. I'm super excited to share with you today 3 strategies for getting out of your own way and specifically around applying for jobs. So, just to jump in, let's acknowledge why applying for jobs can be really difficult. There's many reasons, but a few are first of all, change is hard. Change and the unknowns involved in change. A job is something that you put a lot of time into, 8 hours a day for many people, and that's a lot. It's a lot of time. And so if we're looking for a job and, um, you know, we want to find something that we enjoy, that we can do for 8 hours a day without feeling burnt out, a place that is welcoming, and there's just so many unknowns about what that environment's going to be like when we switch over. Maybe it's even things that are not the job itself, but the commute and what it's like to get there, or just so many different things impact our day around where we work and who we work with. So it can be really challenging to face the change of looking for a job. And also another huge piece is the vulnerability of applying and putting yourself out there, and um, you know waiting for a call that may never come, or just in general vulnerability of, this is something I want and I might not get it. I might not get what I want, and that can be really hard and difficult. So I've been working with a couple of people who recently were looking for jobs, and I wanted to share the 3 strategies that we use to help them get interviews. So strategy number 1 is to apply for 1 job a day every day. And the idea here is to get out of the outcome mindset, which is, here's the job I want and my goal is to get that job, to my goal is to apply for a job every day, and that's my job for now. That's my focus, is applying. And the reason for that is because the more you do it, the repetition, you're going to gain mastery and things are going to get easier. So to start out, maybe, I'm jumping ahead of myself a little bit, but you are able to do it every day, and components of it, as you do it every day, get easier. And then you can spend more time on other components. But to start out, leading to strategy number 2 is set minimum criteria. And, it's very wise to vision what you want your new position to look like. And all of that is important and leads to finding something that you're really happy with. But right now, I suggest starting with location and salary range, and letting all the possibilities be open to you. And part of this is that it introduces some fun into the process. It also creates a variety and helps to just keep things interesting. And so if you are, you set your salary range and your location, and then maybe as you're starting out, to keep things simple, you apply for the first job that comes up in that search criteria. And no matter what it is, that day you apply for that job. And maybe you do that for the first couple of days as you're flexing those other muscles, like writing your cover letter and submitting the application, and tweaking your resume. And as those components get easier because you're doing them every day for different jobs, then you can go on and maybe you go from the first job that comes up in your criteria to saying, I'm going to spend 5 minutes looking for one, and the one I like best, over those 5 minutes is the one I'll apply for that day. And then maybe you increase that time because it gets easier, or you're able to do more in 5 minutes because you've been looking at a lot of jobs and you know what you're looking for. So that leads to the third strategy. And you might even say, I can't apply for any job just based on salary and location. But strategy number 3 is let the employer decide if you're qualified. And what I mean by that is that you are focused on what you can control, not what job you get. And so what you can control, what you can do is the repetition. One job a day based on minimum criteria, and then forget about it. And if they call you, then they've decided that you are that you meet their criteria, that you are qualified, that they think you can do the job. And what I've seen happen with people is that they get stuck in, well, there's something on here that I don't think I meet that criteria, so I'm not going to apply, and then they miss out. But in reality, if you're applying for jobs that you're fully capable of doing, then there's very little growth potential in that position. And so strategy number 3 is let the employer decide if you're qualified. And once you submit that application, forget about it. Move on to the next day. Don't wait by the phone. Don't wonder. Don't guess. Why am I not getting calls? Just keep applying, because what you're doing in this process is stretching and exerting the muscles of applying. And it gets easier. You get better. And you're applying for jobs that you're not fully emotionally invested in because it's just the job of the day. There's going to be another job that you apply for tomorrow and one after that. And you get in the groove of, my mission is just to apply, and then I'll see what happens. And whatever doors open up, you can take that next step and figure out how you want to go, what you want to do with that. And so I do want to share one bonus strategy, which is trust the process. And trust the process looks like many different things, but what it might look like is, all right, how long am I going to apply for one job a day? And that's up to you. Maybe you apply for one job a day for a week, you get a call back and you take a job, but you're not sure if that's the job that you really want. And so you keep applying for a job a day, and 3 months later you take another job, and you keep leveling up. And you're able to do that because you've got the muscles in shape for applying. But the bonus strategy would be set a minimum amount of time that you're going to do this. And so it might be 2 weeks, it might be a month. I think a month is a really great period of time to really give the process a try. And that way, when you start to feel doubt, like, is this going to work? I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if this is worth my time. All those self-doubt questions, you can fall back on, well, I committed to a month, so I'm going to reevaluate at the end of a month. And for now, I'm going to sit back and work on mastering the art of applying for jobs. So those are my 3 tips. I could go on and on and on. But I gotta run, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to go deeper or talk about more ways to get out of your way, you can get in touch with me on lifeadence.com or through Facebook, and I'd love to chat. Thanks. Bye.